Hello everyone, my name is Chris Breyer and welcome to my channel. I've been an artist for quite a long time, and although comparatively my digital experience is nothing compared to my traditional experience, I have still been doing it for a couple of years, and perhaps I might be able to bestow some useful tips for digital artwork. Now, the program right here is Sai. I use it because it's fairly simple, and it's mostly for drawing and not something like editing photos like Photoshop. And if you want something a little more advanced than Sai, but is still more towards digital painting, I would say Manga Studios might be a better bet. But for beginners or people who simply just want to be on the lazy side like myself, Sai might be your best go. Now, anybody who colors their work might have some issues. And it took me a long time to get used to finding ways to color my work. And from some tutorials I found from an artist by the name of Doxy, I've learned a couple useful things to do on Sai. Now, here is an image I did for a commission a month ago. So I thought I'd use this for to show off some of these things. Now, right now, it's a JPEG, so the background is not transparent. So that means the background right now is actually white. An easy way to do that, so go to Layers. You see this thing called Luminous to Transparency? This will make anything white transparent. That's the first thing you want to do. Bam, let's do that. Now, second thing you want to do, see this little icon here, shows a little folder? Make one of those. You don't necessarily have to have all of your layers in the folder for it to be useful, and that will be momently apparent in a second. So, you don't want to paint on the same layer that your line work is, because you'll make a mess of things. So you make a new layer. So right here, you make a new layer, put it under your line work. Now, this is the little bit of interesting thing I found in one of Doxy's tutorials. You go on your line art layer, you press select source, and that only works if you have a folder set up above it, which is why you should make a pose. Now that's there. You use this little magic tool here, the magic wand. Now, it's basically going to select the areas you select that aren't the lines. So, bam. Now everything that wasn't connected to each other outside of the lines are now selected. So that's not all we want to select, because there's some gaps here in the arm and in the axe. Alright, so now we have everything outside of the line art selected. Now when we zoom in here, we see that it's pretty close to perfectly against the line work. It's like that because you see over here, there's a variance you can use for the select wand. Now, I usually use somewhere between 19 to 25. I usually have it on color difference, because compared to the background, which is white or transparent, to what your line art would be, which is black or any color, it will almost always keep your line art either unselected or completely selected, so that works in that regard. Now, instead of spending all of your time making sure that every single area outside of it is selected, it's a little trick you could do, where you go to Selection. It's called Increment. Now you can set that up to a select key, or keep it like that. I would suggest setting up a key for it. And that can be done by going to Keyboard Shorts, and then you would set, I know I have increment here somewhere. I have it set for Q, I believe. Yeah, see? So every time you press Q, like I'll do right now, you'll see it increments slowly. See that? Now we don't want it that much. but just a bit. Now, the problem is you're saying, well, you have the outside done, not the inside, so then what's it used to you? So the easy way to fix that is simply to invert, which you find in the selection area. Bam. And that's when the new folder comes into use. How I usually do it, I'll set up a new layer with just white. So I'll press white and fill it. So that means now, although it's hard to see because it's a pale background, I'll just make sure here. Yeah, see? Now I have a white background. That's the exact same size as my lined artwork. Now this is when it gets interesting. You simply can either work on that particular layer where you have the white background, or you want to keep things inside the lines always. You create a new folder and clip it to the one below. So that means no matter what you do, I want a bigger brush. Yes, thank you. You don't draw outside of the line work. Now, since you still have your previous line art layer selected as source, it makes it easier to pick areas that you want to the color. So I'm going to start with the skin. It makes it a lot easier to select the skin because it's simply following the line work. Although obviously it's not perfect because due to how I draw, it's having problems going with my cross-hatching. Now, an easy way to solve that, you can go to the select brush. So then, you do that. And to make things any easier for any little spots you might have missed, you simply increment. And since I have that on a quick button, I just press the button and increments. And I believe this lady is a dark dwarf, so I'm pretty sure she has dark blue skin. I don't entirely remember, so then we're just going to go use a normal skin tone here. A little pink. And does it under the line work. Now this will save you hours and hours of agony. Trust me. Just trust me. Here, we'll give her some red hair. See how easy this makes it to put down your base colors? It is a lifesaver. There's always going to be little corners that are not your friend. Remember, although increment is useful, you sometimes find yourself overdoing things and not getting into every exact little niche you want. But it gets the job done, and it gets it done very, very quickly and very efficiently. I messed up on the skin over here. Yes, we got a lovely dwarven lady redhead. I hope you guys found this useful. If you have any suggestions or any other things I might have missed that you guys use for Psy, just leave it down in the comments below. Take care.